In this video, we're taking a look at question 13 from Practice Exam 3.1 in the fall 2021 semester in Chem 1211. And the question is asking about the Lewis structure of XBr3, where X is a group 17 element. Now, this is a halogen, and so I think to proceed, it may help to just go ahead and choose a halogen to put in the center. Let's just call it chlorine, so that we're interested in ClBr3. And everything here in terms of ClBr3 is going to apply to any halogen in this structure. So now let's think about a Lewis structure for this. ClBr3 is going to have chlorine at the center and bromine around the outside. And I know that because this is going to lead to the most sensible formal charges and arrangements of electrons when we're done. So it's going to look something like this. And if we fill in the remaining lone pairs here, well, I've got, 4 halogen atoms for a total of 28 valence electrons. I've accounted for 6. And if I lay down lone pairs to satisfy the octet rule here, this is 18 more electrons, and that leaves me with 4 remaining to put on the chlorine. And it is now neutral and has an expanded octet of 10 total electrons around the chlorine atom. So this is a Lewis structure for ClBr3. All atoms are formally neutral. Yes, this looks good. And everything satisfying the octet rule minus the central chlorine, which can have an expanded octet. So the best structure does indeed have X as the central atom, and the best structure does indeed have 3 single bonds. Let's think about the total number of valence electrons here. So we have, again, 1 chlorine and 3 bromines. All of those atoms have 7 valence electrons. 7 times 4 atoms total. That is indeed 28 valence electrons represented in this structure. So I like 28 electrons there. That is true. The best structure has 2 double bonds and 1 single bond. Well, that is false. We have 3 single bonds in the structure, and the best structure has no lone pairs on the central atom is clearly false. We do, in fact, have 2 lone pairs on the central chlorine atom there and there. So the first 3 answer choices are correct. X is the central atom, the structure has 3 single bonds, and the structure has 28 electrons.